What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Wrestling here, part of Chitty's World, and this is an emergency video I had to get out. I wanted to talk about it. NXT tonight was absolutely amazing. I've been saying for quite some time now that NXT is the best 2 hours of wrestling on TV, and it's crazy because it's nothing against TNA, nothing against AEW, nothing against SmackDown, nothing against any wrestling promotion. It's just always been recently here my personal preference for the past at least couple of years, or a year and a half, 2 years. I've been watching NXT since the very beginning, since the Black and Gold. And then of course I went to 2.0, and I was really iffy about it at first. I had my doubts. I was not on board with it, but it's gradually gotten better and better here over the years. And wow, tonight was probably one of my top 5 favorite episodes of NXT. What a fantastic episode. Lots of great matches on it. The women shine tonight as well too. We got to see the North American, the women's North American Championship, physical title. We got to see Sexy Red, I wasn't familiar with her, but she did a good job tonight. She did a great job. She did her role. And yeah, I was impressed. I thought it was pretty cool to have her there. Again, it doesn't bother me to have these little, these stars or these social media stars or whoever they are come in and she's trying to be a rapper. I'm not too sure. I don't really know a whole lot about her, but either way, though, it was kind of cool to see. But that was really cool to see. But the big news I want to talk about here, I wanted to really discuss here, not only the fact that NXT was just overall a great show tonight, and I'm really excited for Battleground here in a little over a week. But tonight we got to see, Roxanne Perez came out. Just waiting for her challenger. She's going to find out here tonight who it was going to be for Battlegrounds. And then Ava comes out and she officially brings out and announces that Jordynne Grace, that's right, the TNA Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace, who we saw at the Royal Rumble back in January, make her debut / first appearance on WWE TV in the Rumble, and had a fantastic showing, by the way, in the Rumble. But we saw her come out, and she is now apparently going to be the challenger for Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship. But just think about that. First things first. When she came out, when her music hit, there was a huge pop. She had a huge TNA chant. She had a holy shit chant, of course, which they cut out. But either way, though, we had a huge TNA chant on a WWE NXT show. That right there is just fantastic, with a TNA superstar, a wrestler in the ring. But either way, just think about it. The NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, versus the TNA Knockouts Champion, Jordynne Grace, in a match at Battlegrounds. Just think about that. This is a huge opportunity for both companies. And this is just absolutely, in pro wrestling, this is just phenomenal. This is absolutely incredible. And I cannot wait to see this. Jordynne Grace is a phenomenal wrestler, and I cannot wait to see her in the ring with Roxanne Perez. And for me, this personally opens up the gates for what we believe, anyways, from we're hearing some rumblings that there could be some possible, TNA or WWE superstars, NXT superstars, that is, maybe going over to TNA and working some shows as well too. So we could see them on some tapings. We could see them at, upcoming pay-per-views and such as well too. So, again, I'm excited to see this TNA and NXT, come together, this whole entire, partnership. I think it's going to be fantastic. It just has to benefit TNA as well too. Yes, they're getting exposure with, the TNA Knockouts title and with Jordynne Grace on television and at the PLE, but we got to see some. That's one thing that AEW failed to do, is they showed up on their show, but we hardly saw any TNA guys, show up on AEW. But in this case, we got to have some NXT talent show up on AEW, on TNA as well too. I'm too flustered here with all this going on. This has been a hectic night here watching NXT. Fantastic night, but just hectic, with that being said. So, but yes, we got to see some kind of a partnership where it works and it benefits for both. So with that out of the way, though, again, Jordynne Grace, the TNA champion, Knockouts champion, is challenging Roxanne Perez at Battlegrounds for the NXT Women's Champion ship title. And then, of course, the next thing is we've been seeing over the past few weeks here, Noam Dar and the whole metaphor, getting attacked by somebody like a mystery. No one really knew who it was. There's been rumors that it was Shinsuke Nakamura, which I didn't think really made any sense. When my buddy said that, and I read it online as well too, I was like, it doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. Sometimes wrestling just doesn't make sense. And then I thought maybe it was Shawn Spears when they showed Shawn Spears on television tonight, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it's not him. And then I was like, well, it's definitely not Trick. And then at the end of the show, after Trick, won his match, out comes Lash Legend. She gets in the ring and she's trying to confront Trick and telling him, hey, did you attack, Noam, etc., the metaphor. And then the lights go out here. Classic lights go out. We've seen this back in the day, ECW. We saw this back in the day of all wrestling companies, but I remember this so much with ECW. It was always a big lights out moment and such. But so anyways, lights go out, the lights come back on, and boom, we don't see anybody at first. We just hear a reaction. I was like, okay, who is it? And I saw, Trick getting attacked, and I saw him getting beaten. And it took me a second. I looked, I was like, that looks like freaking Ethan Page. And I literally jumped up out of my seat, and I was like, that's Ethan Page. And before he even got into the camera and the hard cam, and they showed it was him, I knew it was him, and I just popped huge. And then when he got up into the camera, and it's like, went like an all ego and stuff. I was like, and then I heard, Vic Joseph say, he dropped the line, that's Ethan Page. Wasn't he just an AE? And then Booker T's like, whoa, because Ethan was getting ready to get on the mic. Plus, didn't want to say AEW on camera, obviously. So, but again, though, I was absolutely like, holy crap, this is a great moment. This was fantastic. Ethan Page is a phenomenal athlete. I'm going to use that word a lot, but he's an amazing athlete, great wrestler. I remember when he first left TNA, there was rumors about where he was going to go, and I really wanted him to go to WWE at the time, but he went to AEW, and I was all aboard. I'm like, this is a great get by them to get him, and they really didn't do a whole lot with him. He did some cool angles and such, but didn't really do a whole lot with him, and he's very good on the mic, and he's awesome in the ring as well, too, and I'm really excited to see Ethan Page, what he can do in WWE NXT, and he came out, and he attacked. He says, I'm the one that attacked you guys, and of course the crowd was chanting, whip that Trick, and he's like, okay, I might just do that, or I can't remember, he said something along those lines, like, okay, I will, or something like that, and he hit Trick again with a running knee in the corner, and then our hip attack in the corner, and grabbed the title, held the title up, and it was like all ego, and the crowd started, the end of the show with the crowd chanting Ethan Page. So again, awesome moment. What a great NXT it was tonight. Jordynne Grace on there. It's just the best thing about this whole thing is that it was a night of surprises that weren't leaked. We had no leaked information that Ethan Page was going to be there, and apparently he had signed about just here recently, apparently like a week ago. He was at the Performance Center, and they kept it very, very hush hush. But apparently he officially signed just within the last few days. From what they're saying online, anyways. But again, what a great time to be a wrestling fan here. The fact that they were able to keep this a secret with both Jordynne Grace and Ethan Page showing up here tonight. So all in all, a great episode of NXT. I am that much excited. I'm curious to see, what kind of rating they get next week as well too, to see if they bring more people in as far as like new viewers who may be watching for TNA, because Jordynne Grace is going to be in action next week against Stevie Turner, which is again just completely mind blowing. People are going to want to see what Ethan Page has to do as well too. And of course Battlegrounds is coming up, and I cannot wait for that show as well too. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And now there's also rumors here that apparently Arn Anderson has left AEW, which, I can see him going back to WWE and doing some behind the scenes stuff, maybe with Cody and such as well too. He had mentioned something about having a manager, and Mark Henry announced that he left AEW. I can see him come back and be like an ambassador of some part as well too in WWE, or just doing his own thing. I know he mentioned that's the reason why he was leaving. But of course the newest one is going to be, Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, former WWE champion, and world champion. And again, could we see him show up? Apparently his deal is over with here this week as well too. And could we see him show up on NXT next week or even at Battleground? I don't know. Hopefully they do enough. Hopefully they have enough for these people when they're coming in. I don't want to see them, getting rid of some of the other talent. There's a lot of great talent in NXT. I don't want to see that happen, but I like to see some of these new stars get, these new talent coming over, get a chance to actually shine. Lexis King, I think, is doing a great job. Shawn Spears has kind of been hit and miss, here and there, but Again, though, we'll have to wait and see how everything goes here and how it all pans out. So let me know down below what you guys think here. Were you excited? Are you still excited? What do you want to see? Who do you want to see from WWE or from WWE NXT? I'm going to TNA, maybe work an event or a pay-per-view. Let me know down below here. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say as well, too. So make sure you guys like this video, choose to make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn on the bell notification to get all things here that is Chit Chat Wrestling here on Chitty's World. And as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one.